What's up, YouTube? I'm out here in the pig pen today. It turns out that the scrambler actually sat so much this winter that after 2.5 years that battery's done, so I'm putting a new battery in here. And you know, I caught a video the other day. Kyle Brotherson over at Dirt Bike Channel was talking about, you know, advertising and, you know, stuff he's done videos on and other stuff that he hasn't covered and things like that. So ultimately, I just kind of want to discuss today, you know, how I feel about advertising, you know, where I want to go with, you know, the YouTube channel and the website and that kind of stuff, and ultimately, you know, what are my feelings on the, you know, the motorcycle market and how folks are using ads and product reviews and things like that. So this is kind of like off the cuff today. You know, I'm going to be out here in the shed, and I knew I was going to be working anyway. And after I caught that video the other day, I was thinking like that was actually something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So I kind of wanted to tag on to some of the stuff that Kyle said. I'll leave a link in the article description so you guys can run over to Dirt Bike Channel and check that stuff out. But I mean, ultimately, like I agree with Kyle. I don't ever want, you know, my readers or, you know, YouTube followers to see, you know, an article and see me talking about a product and think that it's not something that I really believe in. I don't ever want to put myself or my viewers and followers in a situation where, you know, I'm talking up a product, but it's not really something that I believe in. So, I mean, up to this point, you know, I've done everything I can to, you know, be honest about, you know, how I feel about a given product. And for the most part, you know, it's been stuff that, you know, I've paid for. Like, you know, obviously the CRF250L is mine, and I've talked about that, you know, some odds and ends on the scrambler. I did a review a while back for Avon Tires. We reached out to Avon Tires, and Avon Tires gave me a set of tires to test. And I was, you know, very honest about that. And I'll tell anybody, like, and I've recommended them to other people. Like, when it comes to asphalt, those tires have been basically the best asphalt dual sport 50/50 tires, excuse me, adventure 50/50 tires that I've ever ran. So off-road, they're phenomenal in the gravel, and like most 50/50 tires, they're, you know, not the best in the mud, but that's what you get when you get in that compromise. Anyway, the other piece of this is like, I mean, YouTube's a perfect example. You're getting set up on YouTube and you want to watch a video and whatnot, and you know, you're immediately hit up with like all these ads. And I understand, you know, given YouTube channels, like, you know, folks are trying to support their families, you know, they're trying to make a living and that kind of stuff. But it's something, you know, completely different when you're just being inundated with all these ads that has nothing to do with stuff that you're actually interested in. I like to think that, you know, folks are coming to Moto Adventure, they're coming to this channel because we all have something in common. You know, we have a common interest in a given product. You know, and that's something that, you know, we want to use and we're going to use on our bike. I mean, ultimately, I've strived really hard this far to let folks know that, you know, I'm the average Joe. Some of the issues that I have with some of the other media outlets is because you're reading stuff, and if you've stayed with a channel for a long time, you know, like you stay with Revzilla, you hear from Spurgeon and, you know, Steve Comrade and other people from the outside that are in that circle chime in, and you realize that, you know, they're normal dudes too. You know, they're not pro racers and whatnot, so they can kind of relate to you. And that's the same thing I want to offer. But in this world today where, you know, you turn on the television and there's just no escape from endless, you know, advertisements that are just, you know, shotgun spread at everybody. You get on some of the big mainstream motorcycle media websites and it's just, you know, ad and pop-up and all this stuff one after another. And I think ultimately that's some of the stuff that's killing those mediums. You know, I've paid out of my pocket from day one that on motoadventurer.com that, you know, there's no ads up on there. Asphalt and Rubber's that way. Revzilla kinda has that, but ultimately I think that's what the motorcycle consumer wants, that you don't have a problem watching or reading an ad if it pertains to you, but it's just the constant inundation with just garbage that has nothing to do with you, pulling stuff out of your search history that I find it frustrating. So it's one thing to be reading reviews and whatnot about products that you don't necessarily trust, and then what gets worse on that is just all the crazy advertising that seems like it's everywhere in the video. So ultimately, that's what I'm asking you. You know, like, what do you feel about all the stuff that you see on YouTube and on these websites and whatnot? Like, are you getting truthful, honest reviews from what people are telling you? And what kind of advertising are you willing to tolerate? Like, at what point have you just become so overwhelmed with all the garbage stuff that's popping up on the screen that it's not worth visiting the website anymore? Or that you've seen so many commercials come up in the YouTube video that there's no reason to watch anymore. You've moved on to the next channel. I mean, I know for years on the radio, once the commercial comes on, I've flipped the dial. I'm headed to the next station. In a world today where you can pay $5 a month to listen to music ad-free, it just doesn't make sense anymore. So go ahead and leave a comment below. You know, let me know what you think. And honestly, if you've been following this channel or if you've been on the website for a long time, give me your thoughts. I mean, do you feel like you're getting quality feedback and reviews from me, honest stuff from the heart? You know, do you believe that this is stuff that's really going on? And I want that criticism so that we can offer, myself, and anybody else that comes on the team can offer you the best quality reviews for the stuff that you're looking for. Apparently, it's been a while since I've had this battery out of here because I can't remember for the life of me where this silly guard goes for the ECU. Maybe we'll put that in the outtakes. That'll make for great content, right? Hey, yeah, it goes in there just like that. Anyway.